Hey guys, Major here, and since the last time we spoke, a patch has dropped for Battlefield 4, dubbed the Winter Patch. So today I'm going to talk you through some of my favourite things that have been introduced into the base game of Battlefield 4 in this patch. So first up, reading from the patch notes here that you can find in the description of this video, we have Soldier, Traversal and Collision. And what this has basically done is it has changed how your soldier mantles over objects, but not how you press spacebar and jump over a low wall, how you run over, for example, pallets, small rocks, bits of wood, things like that. Previously, in Battlefield 4, you would, if you ran over a pallet or a piece of wood, you might have got caught on that piece of wood and it would have stopped your player from moving, and then you wouldn't have been able to run around a corner or get to cover, and then you might have been shot. So now it has changed how that works, and now if you walk over a small piece of rubble or wood or whatever, you're just going to glide smoothly over the top of it and you're not going to have any issues, theoretically. From my testing, I haven't really noticed much of a difference, although I didn't really think it was that much of an issue to begin with, so your mileage may vary. Of course, a new plethora of netcode improvements has been introduced as well, with new cones and high frequency updates and all the likes. If you check the patch notes that are linked in the description, there's a pretty decent graphic here that shows you exactly what I'm talking about. We have new quick matching features, which for some people, especially on console, is going to be pretty useful. I don't personally use quick match, I choose a server manually, but for those who do use it, this is going to be very, very helpful. So we have player gating, which basically scans the servers and chooses one that is best for your level. So no longer, if you use quick match, are you going to join a server that's got really, really high level players to minimise your rage quitting. There's been new premium playlists added as well, so that you can quickly join a server that has either large scale battles or close quarters combat, for example. We also have a new game mode implemented called Squad Obliteration, which from my testing I absolutely hate. But I'm pretty sure that with a bit more testing, with some actual VoIP in place, I think that it could be pretty good and possibly even competitive to some of the shooters like CSGO. It's basically just a scaled down version of the full size Obliteration, but with only one squad. You have no vehicles, no parachute spawns, and it is the first team to blow up 2 objectives to win the game. Moving on to the audio patches, footsteps have been significantly increased in volume, which is massively helpful for those of you who use a high-end headset or just have a very, very decent audio setup for your game. And finally, we come to my favourite change, and one that I think is going to impact the game most of all. You now have many more options available to you to customise your HUD. Now here I'm talking about reticules and hip markers specifically. So you can change anything from the hip fire markers to the reticule, the size of it, the colour of it, and the hit markers as well. So for example, I have a red hit marker for when I get a headshot, a white hit marker for when I hit anywhere else, and a green hit marker for a kill shot. So then I know that when that green hit marker pops up, I no longer need to pump any more lead into this guy, I can move on to the next target. And a red hit marker means that I know that I've got a headshot and he only needs a couple more bullets until I see that lovely green shade. So they're just a few of my favourite changes in these patch notes, but let me know, what do you think? Let me know down in the comments below, what is your favourite change in this patch? Of course, if you want to see some of the patches that are coming up in the next big patch early, make sure that you're hopping onto this community test environment, which I now believe is available on consoles as well. That way you'll be able to test and give some feedback on the changes that DICE make to Battlefield 4 before the changes are moved across to the base game. But if you want to do this, make sure you have premium. That's the only way to get into the CTE at the moment. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.